Hey YouTube, it's Annabelle. So tonight I am doing a bunch of vlogs on some of like the baby product stuff that I thought worked well, stuff that I didn't like, stuff that we've learned in the last year, parenting tips that we found helpful. This vlog is going to be on what I believe you can buy used and what you definitely do not want to buy used for your baby. And this is just from personal experience and my personal opinion. I think that almost everything can be bought used. I think a lot of people are afraid to buy things used because a lot of people just want things to be new, and that makes a lot of people feel comfortable, and I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. I do believe there are some things that you do need to buy, that I need to buy used, new. See, I can't even talk. It's really late. Anyways, so I'm going to go over just a couple of things. There is more than just these things, but these are all the things that I could think of just here really, really quickly, like throughout this afternoon. And I just wanted to do a video on it. And this is just my opinion, so, buying used. Okay, I think that gently used and things that are practically brand new, there's so many things that people don't want or don't need anymore that they didn't use very often that they are selling. And they are not selling it for even half of what it costs new. So there's a difference between buying crappy used things and buying good used things. I buy high quality stuff, like good quality clothes. I don't buy used clothes that have holes in them, that have stains on them, that are faded, that look like they've shrunk a lot, that just look kind of just worn. Clothes that I buy are almost practically brand new, especially baby clothes, like the first 0 to 12 months. All of those clothes, they go through so quickly. So even if one person had them before you, or maybe even two people had them before you, they're still not worn that much. I know, the stuff that we bought that was newborn, she wore that for the first week, for 1 week. It got washed when we got it, and it probably got washed 2, maybe 3 more times than that. But otherwise, that's it. And so, newborn stuff, buy it. 0 to 3 months, she was in that for a little bit longer. She was in the 3 to 6 months for a little bit longer. And she was in the 6 to 9 months for just a little bit longer period of time. And, she's in 18-month clothes right now, and she's almost a year. But all of those clothes, they go through so fast. I just think that if it's high quality, that you should go ahead and buy used. Whether you go to garage sales, whether you go to consignment sales, yard sales, a friend gives you them, all the different ways that you can acquire these used clothes. Also, buying toys used. I think you can buy high quality toys that are like the VTech toys. They're like $20 a piece where I'm from, in the stores. And there's some garage sales that you go to that I hit a garage sale that had 3 different VTech toys, and I paid $4 for all 3 of them. So it was, and all I had to do was disinfect them, clean them up a little bit. You could still read all of the stuff that was on them. You could see all the characters. None of the paint was smudged, and there was no cracks or breaks, or it wasn't broken. It worked completely fine. Looked absolutely brand new. Anything that's like the primary colors, the red, green, blue, and yellow. Anything that's those colors, I always like to buy those things because they're bright and they're just cheerful and they look good, and you can buy so much of that stuff used and it works just fine. Some things that people have for sale don't have batteries in them. Most of the time, if you ask ask, people will put batteries in it to make sure that it works, so that way you will buy it. So don't be afraid to ask if something like requires batteries, that you check if it works first. Now again, I don't buy broken toys, I don't buy faded toys, I don't buy cracked toys, I don't buy like anything that's damaged. I don't buy it. And let's see, I also think that you can buy used. The most expensive baby items, buy them used. Buy your high chair used. High chairs can cost $100 a piece. Buy it used. You can buy high chairs for $20 at garage sales. Jumperoos and exercisers, buy those used at garage sales. You can get them for $10, sometimes $5. Although, like the super expensive stuff, try to buy it used. Now, the things that I would never, ever, ever in a million years buy used. And two of these things I actually bought used. And now, as I look back on it, well, I'll tell you what it is. Okay, my Medela breast pump and supplies. I bought my breast pump, and then I bought all new supplies for it. I bought my breast pump used. And the reason why I bought it used, and it wasn't a bad decision to buy it used, I didn't know if I was going to breastfeed or not. So I didn't want to make that big, huge investment if I wasn't going to do it, because you can't just return a breast pump. So I am now that I know what I know, I wouldn't have bought it used. I would have spent the money and made a big investment in a brand new breast pump. Obviously the supplies are new. Like the tubing and all that stuff, buy that all new if you buy a used breast pump. But since I did not know if I was going to, if I was going to breastfeed or not, I did buy it used. Now looking back, I would have bought it new. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this one until it starts to give me trouble. If it ever gives me trouble, I'm going to order a new one that day and overnight it probably so nothing happens. Another thing I would never buy used is bottles and the nipples for bottles, just the whole bottle. We'll just say that. I would not buy bottles used. Just for the fact that you don't know, like, when it came out, or with the whole BPA free thing. I would always buy bottles new. I'd never buy used bottles. I just wouldn't. Well, I'm not saying you can't, but I just wouldn't. And I would never buy my car seats used. Would never buy. You don't know if they've been in an accident. You don't know if something's happened to them. You don't know if the people before you took them apart, put it together wrong. You just don't know. Even if you have it like looked at by a professional, you never know. I would never buy a car seat used, ever. I'm a little passionate about that, if you can't tell. But yes, those are just some of the things. If you have any questions, please post a comment below and ask. But yeah, those are just some of my things. You can save so much money by buying used, but then in certain situations, it obviously, it's personal decision, basically, whether you buy new or used. Some people never will ever buy a used item in their life. Other people buy all used items. And I don't think either group is necessarily all correct. But yes, anyways, you all have a fabulous evening, and I will talk to you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.